me the...
Am I living the American dream? I got two eyes, try to see the way the world turned, what happened.
Hey, Randy Peterson, Stephanie Dean, how are you? Dorothy Tyndall is with us. Kathy Larkin, glad to see you. Virginia Woody, how you doing, darling? Dwayne Twizzle is with us. So is
This is the place I'm gonna take my
Debbie
stand.
Marie, Larry Ian's there, Sue Bingle,
Living
Matt,
on dreams. One thing I know, that's
Amy
the
Riggs.
way it's gotta be.
Think for a second. Tamara Harrington, how are you, darling? I hope you're doing fine. Michael Leach is with us. Charles Stokel, baby.
I keep searching for the dream.
Thank you very much, Manuel Villarreal. Pelicana, I'm sorry.
That I will see myself in American dream.
Anyway, Miss Linda, how you doing? Martha Smart, how you doing? Get that out of your ear. It's Wednesday, baby. You know it's Wednesday. There's Clyde. Clyde's right up there in front of the map of Texas. He knows what day it is. It's hump day, baby. Woo! All right, got to slow down. The reason I'm doing this live is because, I have some things I want to do after the show here. And normally when I record this, then I have to do some other work to upload it and share it and all this stuff. You have to change some things on YouTube. Anyway, it takes up time. I don't want to do that this evening. I've been kind of busy all day long. Anthony Williams, how you doing? Claire Dines all the way over in the UK, baby. Thank you for dropping in. Just Coggins, must be warm in Texas. Yes, it is. Kathy, it's it's back to normal again. I'm in my shirt sleeves and got the window down, and it's feeling pretty good. So it's nice to be warm again. I did spend my day still dealing with the aftermath of the great freeze down here. Every time I go to Home Depot or something, you can find pipe, you just can't find the fittings. And so today, I had to get creative. I had some fittings that worked, but it wouldn't make the connections I needed. So I stopped off at the auto parts store and bought me a piece of heater hose big enough to fit the outside fittings and some clamps. And there you go. Temporarily fixed, it's running and all that stuff, and we'll fix it permanently after all this goes by. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming by. The sun is shining in Northern California. Outstanding, Manuel. I'm glad. That's what, I got a few things jotted down, but I have not been in the news today. I've been otherwise occupied with other shit, but all seemed to work out well. But I one of the things, and I want to start this out because I'm almost like, wow, hey, I know this lady. If y'all have not seen a Facebook post put out by Robin Kincaid, who has the Robin Kincaid show that Friday on the Front Porch we go to visit. Been doing it for years. She is going to be on All In with Chris Hayes tonight at the 7 o'clock hour my time. I don't know about your time. He is not doing a show on his Horn Radio Network over there for the Horn family over there because he's going to be on MSNBC. And I'm going to tune in to watch because I'm just tickled to death. Hello, Keith. Bill, how you doing? We're all happy for Robin to MSNBC, man. That'd be like, damn, that's pretty damn good shit, man. Robin's getting around. Anyway, I want to watch it, and I don't want to have to be tied up with other stuff. I still have a few loose ends I have to tie up, but basically that means just picking up all my shit that I've had strewn all over the place. Anyway, there's things that happened in the news today, and like I say, I didn't really watch the news, and that is sometimes a relaxing thing in itself. If I've got something to do that keeps me occupied and I'm not up here listening to the drama all day on the news, well, that's not a bad thing. Occasionally it likes to back off, but it makes me feel like, hello, Allura. Lapierre up in all the way almost to Canada. Darling, I can't remember the name of the town, but you've been with us for so long. Gail Mitchell, how you doing? BW, I appreciate y'all. Danny Wood, Gary Spring, all the way up Canada. Michael J. Hey, Daniels. Woo! Watch it, guy. Glad you're here. Anyway, I saw. Let me see. I got a few notes. Just some headlines. The cucumber lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene, evidently one of her closest allies, they say, was at the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th. The more they keep digging into this shit, the more connections between lawmakers and some of these idiots that stormed the Capitol. There's going to be connections. This is not over. They're having an inquiry, an investigation into this. They can't hide everything. I don't know what Ted Cruz and them think at night, but I don't know. If I was Josh Hawley or any of them guys, I'd be a little nervous of an investigation as to who talked to who. Hello, Karen Van Wyck. I got it, baby. I'm telling you. Virginia Woody. Hey, we got a new Secretary of Agriculture. Yay, now we can go help our farmers and ranchers. That's outstanding. Bernadette, ain't that something? Robin's going on Chris Hayes. That's it. But hey, maybe he'll brag about Pre's trees. Next thing you know, Bernadette's living in Hollywood yeah, well, we can all dream. I don't think Bernadette would live in Hollywood anyway. Bernadette would just as soon have her little piece of heaven where she's at. Hank, all the way over in the Netherlands, baby, we're glad to see you. We bought a house instead in Quebec, John. We're literally 3 blocks from the border, Alora. Man, Alora, and I always had Lapierre. Laura Lapierre was with us, oh Lord, years ago when we first started. That's how come I was, hello, Big Johnson. I was so happy to see you, darling, because that's a long time you've been with us, and it just, but you moved to Canada. Outstanding. We have friends in Quebec. We do, eh? We sure do. Anyway, hello, Cheryl Cashman. How you doing? Don't give Robin any ideas. Hell no. Pitch it. It's worth it. Anyway. Oh, Don Jr. got deposed by the D.C. Attorney General. On what? Inauguration funds records. How'd you spend that money back when your daddy got elected and you had all this money for the inauguration? We'd like to know, see your records on exactly how you spent that. And so there are going to be things, 4 years and counting indeed, Alora. There's going to be so many little things going down with investigations and shit. I did get to see the clip of the awkward moment, and that's why I titled it. I saw this. The awkward moment between Kevin McCarthy and Liz Cheney, because they were having a little press conference, and they asked him about, well, what do you think about the other guy? You know, what influence does the other guy have on the party now? And McCarthy, being the ass licker that he is, he jumped right up and says, well, Trump's the guy, you know, he's the man. And they asked Liz Cheney, and Liz Cheney said that Donald Trump has no place in the Republican Party. And there's a gunshot. Always nice to hear. It shows you the difference in the imbalance in the Republican Party. It's not all roses over there right now, and there is going to be a division in that party. And that was a rather awkward moment on live TV to stand there and have a disagreement between two leaders in the House. So that shows you where it's going. But oh Lordy. Steve Bannon, he's being investigated for they're trying to get his financial records. The Cy Vance up in the Manhattan DA, guy's got a list. I'm sorry, distracted momentarily. They want to see Steve Bannon's financial records and the Manhattan DA's got a case they're investigating Steve Bannon, and I thought it was rather funny because Donnie's pardon got Steve Bannon off on federal charges, but the thing we're going to see is these state charges. Steve Bannon ain't getting away with shit yet, as Mitch McConnell says. Neither has the other guy yet, and that yet is yet to come. Anyway, they have a bill in Arizona. This is what we need to pay attention to, Jesus. I get so distracted. There's a bill in Arizona that they're trying to pass. Anything else I need to know? No. Bill in Arizona trying to be passed that would give the state legislator the right to review a vote by the people to make the decision on whether or not that's an acceptable vote. This is a drastic change to laws. This is what we was talking about the other night. The Republican Party is now trying to put legislation through that restricts the vote, and in this case actually is trying to take the power away from the people's vote and give it to the state legislature. And if that would be the law, we know what would have happened in Arizona. They would have overturned the will of the people, and we can't have that shit. That is authoritarian dictatorship. Your voice doesn't matter anymore at that point. It's all up to the legislature whether or not. And they're trying to push these laws on the back of the big lie that although the rigged election didn't happen and there were no illegalities in this election, and it's been tested through the courts, although all that has happened, legislators and talking heads over there on Fox News spend their time using that as the pretense for these voting laws. Well, we don't know, they said there was no illegalities, but we don't know, and we've got to implement these laws to protect, because the people think a lot of things. It's what makes me feel so sad sometimes is we have congressmen and senators who are supposed to be leaders of our nation, leaders of our communities, our congresspeople. And they're supposed to do that. But they don't. They don't. They are too entwined with everything else that they got going on. This little book that Phantom sent me, I love it. Screw Calm and Get Angry. Resigned advice for hard times. And I opened it today because that's what I'm doing. I'm just opening pages, and there's a section on politics, and this one hit it. Politics is perhaps the only profession for which no preparation is thought necessary. You don't need no. Just run your mouth, and maybe somebody will listen to you, and then you get more people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't require a lot of shit. Just requires a lot of bullshit. Politics is the art of looking for trouble, finding it, misdiagnosing it, and then misapplying the wrong remedies. I like this little book. Thank you, Phantom, very much. It's politics, baby. It's all politics. Whether legislation is passed and things get voted on that we want to see on our side, our agenda get pushed, it requires leadership. It requires people to take that advancement and push it. And there are those in our party that want to play the middle of the road. Joe Manchin out in West Virginia. Sorry, Robin. I got Ted Cruz. What are you going to say? They try to play the middle of the road. And that it irritates you so much sometimes, especially looking at the last 4 years under the other guy, how things went. Anyway, elections have consequences, and elections are what give us the government we have. So again, as I've been stressing, and I've been having several discussions, because that's the key that we need to focus on, baby, is advancing this agenda in our party towards 2022. This is indeed a battle. Donnie is going to come back, and he's going to go to CPAC, and he's going to talk about how the election was robbed from him. He is going to feed the meat to the little minions down there, and they're going to eat it up. But that mantra of the big lie is molding, getting just like the mold of Trump, is seeping through our country and showing up in state legislatures. And they're trying to pass laws to restrict the vote. And we have to be diligent working to ensure that the people have a vote and continue with active voter registration and the push. And because we have to understand exactly what 2022 means for the progression of this country. If we are blocked by the Republicans in 22, things ain't going to go so great. And they will, I don't know what they do, Republicans. Seek vengeance, baby. That's what they always do. We need to get back that PTSD, post-Trump stress disorder. I'm telling you, Bernadette, it is. But we're going to see a lot more of it. But I'm looking really right now for my entertainment purposes only, my personal purpose, is I'm looking for the legal issues that Donnie's going to be facing. I was going to say, well, I don't want to see him suffer, but yeah, I want to see him stripped of every dime he's got that he's gotten illegally, that he's taken from the American taxpayer with every trip to one of his properties and every little scheme he cooked up to bilk and use the office of the president to make money. And that's what he did for 4 years, and it just disgusts me. I hope they nail him for every law he broke, I don't know. I want to see it. It would be pure entertainment for me because it would relieve some of my post-Trump stress disorder, which still comes around. What was I looking for? Short-term memory loss. Anyway, Virginia Woody replying to Hank Jennings. Hank, the only problem with that is Posse Commandos Act. The National Guard cannot be used to do that. Not the regular army. That's true. Must be talking about martial law and all that stuff. Military is not to be used for civilian unless the president declares a martial law, which, yeah, we hope not. Sonia C. says DeSantis is prioritizing his donors and wealthy to get in front of the line for vaccines. It should not surprise any one of us. They live in a different world. Are you shitting me? If you've got the money and if you have the connections and the power and all that stuff, it is. We can't ever. It's a different set of rules, baby. They get what they want because money is not an object to them, or somebody owes them, whatever it is. The fight for the vaccines and for our society, it goes on because of the greed at the top and the entitlement they feel to their own little America on the back of everybody down here that builds and works for this country and produces all the products or delivers them or repairs them or whatever the shit it is that we got to do down here at this end. We're the ones that's doing the actual hands-on work. And we're at times the lowest paid and the hardest life you get. Again, they say, well, damn, John, you need to go to college. Well, you can't afford college. I wish I could send my kid to Harvard there. That's why a college education in a community college should be free. It's the same way as high school. They told you need a high school education. We have free education all the way up to high school. There you go, son. You got a high school education. Now you're telling me that they need a college education, and you're right. They do, because of technology and the advancements we have. So yes, it should include, not Harvard. You want to go to Harvard, pay Harvard money. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But a community college that we pay for in our taxes and bonds that we buy and all that kind of stuff, yeah, that should be covered, baby. And we should give that to our young people growing up and ensure that they're prepared for the future that is coming, even if we have to drag them by the heels. Anyway, Karen Van Wyck says, take everything that Pig owns and give it all to the people he screwed over. Indeed, there's a long list, baby. Strip Pumpkin tits and leave him with nothing but a barrel to cover himself up. That's the vision I have. They're standing on the corner with a cardboard sign. And you know something? I'd stop and give him $1. I would. If I seen Donnie on the side of the street with a sign, I'd give him $1. He'd probably spend it on a hooker, but he'd have to get a lot of dollars before Stormy's going to give him anything anymore. I don't think he's at the top of the list there anymore. Uh, Daniels College didn't teach me anything except how to learn. I so agree with that. My most favorite metaphor for that is when I was an electrician in the Navy, and my job is to fix the aircraft, and I'm sitting in my shop, and I get a gripe from my maintenance crew out there that says RD6 out there, the in the cockpit, the 8-day clock will not work. This is a pilot write-up. And the 8-day clock, you go up there and you go in the cockpit, and it's sitting right there, and it's not running. And then you reach down over there and you wind the thing up. Oh, Lord, look at there. It starts running. The 8-day clock, as any pilot should know, because he's been through flight training and all that other shit, it's not connected to the electrical system. It's on its own wind system, because in case you lose power and you need to know where you are, time and distance and speed is mighty important. The clock won't go out. Anyway, come on. Wind that's how I wrote it off, too. A round clock checks fine. Wind the clock. So, yeah, education doesn't make you the person that is going to... The only you can do that. I did not graduate college. I did not graduate high school. I got my GED later in life. Had some college, but most of what I learned in my life, I learned at an early age. It's, what's the secret to hell? If I knew, I wouldn't be sitting out at the end of the road. Anyway, it's another story. Rick Scott says, I live in Florida. It doesn't surprise me, yet in Pasco, the shot is readily available. Yeah. Well, I just heard today, by the way, that Johnson & Johnson, I think they got they're going to get their approval. It's a one-time shot, highly effective, they say. It should hit the markets next month. That will increase a lot of people. I'm hoping for that. Still, we're in this pandemic, and until everybody's got the shot, you still have to wear your mask and socially distance and stay the hell away from nasty-ass people. I'm just saying, if you know them, and that's fine. You don't know them, they're nasty-ass people, stay away from them. Say hi, wave, put a smile on their face, whatever else, but don't get near. Anyway, I'm rambling because, like I said, I did not watch the news. I'm busy. And we got at less than an hour, and I want to see Robin Kincaid on that's just cool, on MSNBC. That's really cool. I can't wait for Friday on the front porch so I can get in there and brag on her for it, because that's quite something. Anyway. Yeah, no shit, Bernadette. Look at all the educated idiots in our Congress. And we talked about that the other day, really. Who's a Ron Johnson up there in Wisconsin? Gave the picnic story on it. The analytical ability of this man, if that's what he believes, is pudding. Give him a bowl of pudding and put him off to the corner and let him play with it. Anyway, man, I hate to say goodbye to y'all whenever we're doing that. JJ is a one-dose shot. Yes, John Johnson's a one dose. You get it once and that's it. You're done. I like that idea. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. It's stable on the shelf. So that's the shot that a lot of CVS's, Walgreens, and things like that, Walmart pharmacies maybe, I don't know. They're going to put it in those kind of places because the refrigeration isn't required. And those that do have the ability to store the good, the other ones will have the ability to do that and continue with that. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. Yeah, Hawley's a piece of work, ain't he, Sonia? Yep, same as Ted Cruz, which is desperately trying to treat his way out of purgatory by, I don't know, talking about breast milk or anything else that comes up, just trying to act like nothing happened. And I go to look at the responses on Twitter, and they're not letting up. You're an asshole, Ted. Please resign. And I second that emotion. Please resign, Ted. It would be the best thing for your country and your state. Anyway, that's about all I got. I'm going to let y'all go. Sorry I wasn't all up on everything today, but I'm getting a lot done, and I solved my problem with a little bit of hose and some clamps, and there you go. Until we until the parts, the connector famine is over, and then they restock the shelves up there and get the proper parts. We're good to go. Anyway, I love you and thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourself. We'll be back here tomorrow night for another Blue Dot family meeting. Last night's meeting was outstanding. Enjoyed it tremendously. The guests were perfect. And like I said, where else are you going to go to find such fine entertainment as that? I love y'all. Ooh, y'all take care of yourself. Button. That's not the right button. This is the right button. Anyway, y'all take care, and we'll see you later. Bernadette, take care of yourself. Bill Jones got his first vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, on Monday. Outstanding, brother. I'm glad to hear that. Laura, again, thank you for being here, baby. I appreciate seeing your name come up. 4+ years, indeed. That's something. Thank you so much for that. In Canada, I love it because you were just on the other side of the fence not long ago. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow.